Hello everybody, welcome back. I really wanted to do this reading. Now the government or everybody is saying it's case closed. There was no Epstein list. And I'm wondering, is this a government cover-up? Or some other cover-up? Is it just billionaires? Why all of a sudden, over so many years and years, that we were told that there was this Epstein list that was kept of all the guests, everybody that visited the island. And I want to get to the bottom of this. And as I was sitting here thinking about this and meditating on this and going through and shuffling different decks, I did get the impression of intimidation tactics on a global scale. I've gotten evidence disappearing, and basically they were saying that this was all circumstantial. I don't know if I buy it or not, but this also gives me a chance to use my new governess deck. This definitely feels like a conspiracy. Absolutely. So let's just get this ball rolling. And as always, this reading is for entertainment purposes only, not based on fact, only my opinion, my interpretation of the cards. Do your own research, throw your own cards, form your own opinions. I'm just a blonde throwing cards here. Okay, blonde and gray. Okay. I'm getting more and more silver. I might have to change that too. I'm just a silver throwing cards. Selling secrets. Bottomless money pit. Economic challenge. Right out the gate. Okay, so there's a lot of even questions around Epstein himself. Is he still alive? Was his death faked? Right? I'm getting this thing that he threatened to sell people out. There seems to be a loss of finances, a loss of income, or something like that. There were some kind of economic challenges related to this Epstein list. Yes, I agree. A lot of people, their reputation, their lives, their careers would be totally ruined if their name was on there. Now, allegedly, there's a lot of nefarious things that went on that island. And sometimes it was just party. Could that be the case? Let's just see. Can you clarify this? I'm going to expose secrets. I'm going to expose secrets to extort money out of people in exchange for my silence. That's kind of funny. I'm getting Jeffrey Epstein. I get the vibe he was going to expose people who were guests. Suffering the past. Clarify the past actions, the history of the island, and who visited it. Nurture. Yeah, I'm getting this idea of blackmail. I'll take care of you. Your secrets are safe with me, but you need to buy my silence. For a fee, I will keep things quiet. Mercury communication. Oh yeah, that's exactly it. I will take care of you and your secrets. I will keep my mouth shut. You don't have to worry. I'll keep your past buried. But you need to pay the piper. That's what I'm getting there. Nine of Swords, a lot of people were definitely worried about that. People were worried about the freaking truth coming out. Worried about the truth. They're worried about the truth. Tell me about the list. Show me information about the list. Did it exist? Did this list exist? Did this list exist? Did this list actually exist? Did this list actually exist? We have the Hierophant. Two of Cups. It most definitely did. With the Ace of Wands. There was definitely a list with a lot of repeated visitors. And the truth is, nefarious. Ace of Wands kind of sometimes reminds me of passion, drive, the male organ, you know what I'm talking about. Five of Swords, bullies. So I think that Epstein may have got a big head about bullying certain people to keep it shut. And he may have been doing this, keep money on my books. Eight of Wands. People, about everybody that was that had interaction and flew and traveled, because Mercury's also about travel back here. Traveled to the island. The list definitely existed. What happened to this list? What happened to this list? The Chariot in the reverse. It kind of disappeared. It disappeared. Hidden away in secret. We killed the list. The ending of the list. It is like somebody taking this evidence and saying, what evidence? It seems like it's just word of mouth. It's just he said, she said. Type of energy. We're going to use the app. Oh, this is the before tarot. This is the before tarot, I believe. No, this is the after tarot. Sorry. So, Queen of Pentacles. Prominent female. She's holding out the coin. What she had been nurturing and holding it out. This could be a victim wasn't there a prominent female that brought the Epstein situation into light? Seven of Pentacles. The planting. There is a female that was responsible for planting the seed of suspicion of what was going on the island. And she carefully cultivated. Ace of Wands again. Salamander. Okay, I get, in this deck we have like a salamander or a chameleon. Okay, it might be a salamander, but I'm seeing a chameleon here. Things changing, the appearance of the island changing, the people changing. It's almost like not everybody. Here's the problem: not everybody on that list may have been there for the nefarious reasons. Maybe they came for a tour. Maybe they came for a party. Maybe there was a wedding that was being performed. You know, a celebration. Not everybody. And she comes forth with what was going on. And there's this, here's the list. Here's what's going on. And it's digging up a lot of dirt. However, there's also innocent bystanders, if you want to call them innocent bystanders, that get caught up in this. Then we have the Page of Cups here, the offering, but we also have the fish that gets away. That is a big fish that gets away with this. And this isn't like some kind of silver screen movie where the villain gets caught in the end. Okay? This is somebody jumping out of the water. Escape. And this could be also related to the girl escaping. But somebody coming forth. I don't remember how Epstein got discovered or what was going on that island. I think it was a victim. And now, towards the end, before he was allegedly unalive, you know, he was really proud of his handiwork. He's looking at all of his pentacle, all his money he was making off this island and off of the youngins. Yeah, this could be a trigger warning. Trigger warning. But I'm also seeing two people here standing up for themselves, ready for battle. Both of these people, it's like, there's the girl, the female having a victory over two people, Maxwell and Epstein, who ended up in the clinker because of her own testimony. Now, I want to look at, I think this is the before tarot. I want to look at what was going on leading up to this young lady or girl coming forth. What was going on leading up to Epstein's arrest? What was going on that was led up to Epstein's arrest? What was going on that led up to Epstein's arrest? Holy shit. You can't get more blunt than the Knight of Wands. Trotting into town. People coming and going. Okay? It's one big fucking party. No pun intended. And people being held against their will. In this organization, in this group, this is an elite group of people these girls and boys or whoever were making a lot of money for Epstein, with visitors coming and going all the time. But little did he know that he was going to have to pay the piper very soon. The judgment was coming for him. It's like one girl too. It's like I'm hearing like one girl too many. He may have even tried to buy her. Himself buy her silence. But this is also giving me the image of we need to hide this evidence. There's a group of them. The parties. Party girls. We need to hide the evidence. Inside. This makes me feel inside. But we have a trusted friend on the outside. There is no refuge. I got a lock fell out. Okay. We are approaching the end. There is no refuge. And it's the end of our nefarious ways that we have been hiding for so long. It's like this overindulgence, these other things besides the party girls. I'll just call them the party girls. Other things going on besides the party girls. Okay? What lies beneath? We will see. I'm pulling out some decks I haven't used in a long time. I am doing freestyle here, as you can see. Okay. What lies beneath this list? What lies beneath this list? Holy shit. Recording. A revealing behind this list. Expecting new beginning. Expecting recordings. They're trying to say that the case is closed. Okay? And you know what this is reminding me of? Diddy. And I just got a download. I'll have to do a Diddy one again after this. Because he's going to go through a sentencing phase. But it feels like you can expect recordings. Like recordings to surface. Or behind the list, there are recordings that exist. Fake friends. Fulfilling a fantasy. Do I need to spell out what recordings and fulfilling a fantasy means? And fake friends. It's like these people behind the list getting pulled in, not knowing what they were really getting involved with. I'm feeling like not just the victims, but some people on that list that went to visit that island. Some of them, not all of them. There's some of them that didn't partake in anything. They were there for a celebration, a family wedding or something. But that chameleon, it's like, I'm being drawn back to that chameleon in that one card. I'm not going to dig for it. In that page of Ace of Wands, that chameleon that I saw. It's the landscape of the island changes according to what type of party is going on. And I'm going to say Diddy style party, even while it was Epstein style party, with the party girls. Or a family wedding, family reunion, or just a plain old party to celebrate something. Not everything, every party on there was nefarious. However, so you had those group of people that were innocent, but their name would be on the guest list, okay, as had visited the party or visited the island. Maybe their name's only on there once. Some of them maybe twice. It's the ones that's there consistently on a regular basis that you got to raise an eyebrow to. But fake friends, there's those ones too. Say, hey, come to the island, come visit us, check us out. And they get over there and they find something not too kosher and maybe get talked into some Nine of Cups energy that we had in the tarot as well. Nine of Cups, here, have some drinks, and then they get pulled into this, but their name is on the list as a guest. It's like partaking some unknowingly, falling into pieces, falling apart, falling to pieces, getting a room. It's like when they thought that they were going there for a vacation, just getting a room, the whole idea, the whole plans of why they were there was falling apart. Interesting. Interesting. And what about the list? What happened to the list? Bugaboo. Shit. Look at the American flag. And are these people in here on the same team, or are they in competition against each other, adversaries? That's the American flag. Shit. I know, I'm taking out a shit ton of decks. Okay. Any kind of government involvement. And I'm being brought back to the Hierophant. Hierophant is an organization. A Hierophant are traditions. Hierophant can also be somebody in power. Typically, a head of a group, an organization. Could be a church, a religious group. Which is making me wonder if there's some religious names on that list. Okay, government involvement. Four Wands in the reverse. Not a party. Wow. Star came out in the reverse. This is almost feeling like it is not politically motivated. Or they're trying to keep something silent. Explain this a little bit more. Ten of Swords, Two of Swords, Ten of Wands. Oh, and the World. Again, I'm going back to not the star of the show, not there for those parties, okay, but to the world, it would kill their reputation. It would kill their their careers. So they needed to block any kind of information on the list because it was going to be trouble. It's going to cause them trouble, and they were going to be have to struggle to recover from that. I do feel there might have been somebody loosely, and I say loosely, I'm not feeling direct politics, but that American flag, it could be a patriot or somebody loosely connected to government. It could be a family member of a governor, a senator, congressman, president, vice president, now or then. Might even have been then. But it feels like to the world it would have been the end of their reputation and their career. Even if they weren't on the island for those nefarious particular purposes. And I'm just getting someone traveled there, was working on something, might have been even a male and female. There you go. They were trying to work on something there. And I think this has to do with someone or a political leader it's almost like somebody is trying to protect somebody from the past, a past leader or something like that. We're going to save face. We are not going to bring this out. We're going to dig and cover things up. And we're going to ignore the fact that you may have participated in some, traveled there to participate in some of these things, because if this is exposed and word gets out, it's going to be catastrophic. And I'm getting like I'm getting symbols. I'm seeing the stack of dominoes. All it's going to take is one person on that list that is associated with government or somebody in a political position. It's going to take that one domino and it's going to snake one domino after another. And it's going to be catastrophic in general to a lot of people. And there's a lot of people that do not want their indulgences to come out. So we do have somebody here as a seeker of truth, but was presented with something that wasn't what they thought. Now this female, it doesn't have to be female. It could be just the energy of it. It could be a masculine in the feminine qualities, in the water, in the emotion, driven by emotion to find truth. I do feel that there was somebody in the political arena who was really trying to find out what the truth really was. They were presented with something that they thought was going to be evidence. However, that fish was something that was a surprise. And when they found out it was all circumstantial, word of mouth, could ruin innocent people's careers and lives, not just the guilty parties. It's like sacrificing. So we have a leader here, a couple leaders who came up with the idea of we've got to walk away and abandon this. Okay? They abandoned the idea because of who may have been associated or on this list. Both innocent and not innocent. The guilty. And it was a safe face for the innocent people. Even if it was said, well, these people didn't partake in that, but just the fact that their name was on the freaking list would cast shadow of doubt, people questioning. Um, and what was on that list, I'm feeling was inconclusive. Inconclusive of Page of Cups, vague. Wasn't what somebody was expecting. I think somebody was expecting, we had the Seven of Pentacles in here, full details, and there were details left out, leaving it open for interpretation. So, which one of these people do you think was there for a party with the party girls, and which ones do you think was there for just a simple old innocent celebration? Okay. Nope. What else? Foreign threats. There's more to it. And this is not limited. The list is not limited to the United States. Voice of the people. Strained relations. So, yeah, the voice of the people, the judgment of the people will cause a lot of strained relationships. I think worldwide. Okay, what else do I want? Got that one. That's not the one I want. Is this it? Yeah. There would be a lot of talk and cause a lot of strain in work. That's it. All the voice of the people, the public, everybody worldwide will cause strained relationships between countries and pitting one country against another over it. Foreign threats. Yep. A lot of pissed off countries. Because it feels like there are some leaders in other countries, past or present, that may have been involved. Just saying. Could be even future. I have one in mind, and somebody that shit. Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew. He wasn't who I first had in mind, but that just came to me. Prince Andrew. He's already been known to be a pedophile. Okay. That might cause strain between the UK and the United States or other countries. Because something was seen. Something was seen. Okay. I want to look at the images too. Missing piece. Judgment. I'm still getting this image that and I'm hearing it's not over until the fat lady sings. There is a piece, the missing pieces to this list goes back, way back in underneath all this to recordings. I can't shake the fact that there are going to be some tape recordings that are going to surface. Something was seen on tape that is the missing piece to bring judgment to the guilty. Oh, and then let the attack begin. This is what they're afraid of. They're afraid of the attack, of what's going to happen, the aggression, the anger of people. Because their secrets, from their secrets being exposed. And then you see this person being isolated and trying to think about it differently. But I'm seeing this person isolated, somebody going in isolation, going in hiding maybe even. But I'm also seeing that people will think about this particular politician or this particular person. It's somebody with a really good reputation, somebody that everybody likes worldwide, that their reputation is going to be tarnished. And I don't think it's Trump. I'm going to put it out there. Because let's face it, there's a lot of people that hate Trump. There's a lot of people that love him, but there's a lot of people that hate him. It's not somebody like that that's kind of on the fence. Do you love him or do you hate him? This is somebody who is definitely loved by most. Emperor again, a leader. Father figure, leader. We had the Hierophant earlier. This could even be a religious leader. Doesn't have to be a politician. This could be a religious leader that may have to go in isolation because it's going to prompt like a witch hunt. Okay? It's like shocking. And let me tell you, Spirit's saying time is ticking. Time is ticking on this. That which is hidden will be revealed. The blindfold's going to come off. So, somebody has so far successfully suppressed this list. Say it didn't exist. Saying that it's just a check-in register for parties, for weddings, celebration. I get this. We're blinded because maybe there's very vague reasons next to somebody's name as to why they are there. Passion, desire. Whoever this political leader is going to be a shock because they were there they were definitely, too many cards, definitely there for the bad stuff. Okay. The not so nice stuff. Markers left behind. There was evidence. I'm telling you, recordings. It's not done. Some people think that it is done. And I think I even saw another reader say, oh, this is done, over, it's not going to go anywhere. No, something's going to surface. Something is going to surface that cannot be ignored. Let's just find out. Are they going to try to suppress? I got to go here shortly. Are they going to try to suppress these recordings? The devil. Shit. Oh, that's not what these recordings are. These are recordings of the wedding. So I get the Wheel of Fortune and the Four Cups. The devilish act. Are they going to try? They're going to try to turn it around. To be something else. And it's going to be something that nobody wants. Page of Wands. Look at the book. Fuck. Look at the book. The book. the register of the island. And look at that staff. It almost reminds me of a religious staff, doesn't it? There's the parties. There is the register of the parties. Some in physical form. And the people in these videos are going to be in that register. But yeah, they're going to try to temper it. It's almost like they're going to try to make something out that it's something else. There's the Empress and the Hanged Man. Sacrificing a female or something that was given. It's almost like we want to hang this up. They do not want this coming out. We're going to scoot you along. And I think I gotta say this. As far as Epstein, he was gonna sing, and they scooted him along. 6 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, because what he was going to give out was not what they wanted. They had to take it, almost like he got a little bit too cocky, a little bit too confident. And he was taken somewhere. I'm getting other information. The Fool, there's the travel. New beginning, new start. He was a risk. He was a risk. Too risky to keep him around. So there was a smoke screen created. And I get this image of him. Look at, I'm seeing the needles. Sedated, maybe? I am not seeing the Death card yet. 8 of Swords. Imprisoned. I'm sorry, I know some people think he's absolutely dead. I've gone back and forth. Was there a bait and switch? Was there some kind of switch of like who was really in that cell? So I'm getting him in jail, being given something, but not the prison in which we thought he was at. He was transported somewhere. 7 of Pentacles, planting. 3 of Pentacles, cooperate. I am not seeing anything. A struggle. Page of Swords. Somebody may even be poking around as far as his disappearance. 8 of Pentacles. King of Wands. King of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Another king. I'm seeing all these people in power involved that made Epstein disappear. I'm not seeing any death. Not a single card associated with death in this. Of what is going on with Epstein. And you saw me throwing cards. I was looking. I was waiting for a death card. Another 10 of Swords to pop up. Something. 4 of Swords. I think 10 of Swords was all used in another context. 4 of Swords. Death card. Nothing. There's plenty of cards in the tarot that could depict a death. And what I was currently tuning in on, because Spirit was guiding me in that direction. So where's Epstein now? We see what's going on. We see what's coming. But where's Epstein in all this? His death was a suspicious. I think it was faked. I think it was faked. He may be medicated, so he can't talk. But he's being held captive somewhere. What happened to Epstein? King of Wands again. The Devil. You know, this is somebody coming out with an agenda to lie. Justice. Somebody was bringing their own justice on the scene. And it's not good. He may even have been tortured. Kind of like what he was doing to them mentally. Stressing them out. Are we going to get exposed? Are we going to get exposed? Money exchange. Exchanging hands. Somebody bought his Epstein silence. He's living out his days someplace else. And they're making sure he cannot talk. He might be being guarded here. Hierophant. And again, we got a religious figure. Could he be held up in some kind of box in a church somewhere? I'm kind of getting something like that. Tell me about Epstein currently. Self-care. Look, his energy being depleted. Needing self-care. Karma. He's facing his karma right now. He's facing his karma. Change. This is packing up and going. He was packed up. He was moved. He was transported. His silence was bought. I do not feel he's in good health. He is, allegedly speaking, if he's still alive, he's not in good health. Duality. Again, we got this karmic partnership here. Karma's coming to pay him a visit. And he's not alone. He's with somebody. Closed off. Yeah, look at that image. He's in a very dark place. At a distance, far away. Tower card, and he was moved very suddenly. I think that there's going to be sudden justice come to him, sudden karma, and if he's not crossed over, if he really did survive, if it was all faked, I feel like there's going to be something happen suddenly to him that it's karmic justice. Not man-made justice. He's going, and I see him maybe crossing over in a distant plane, distant form of reality. Another dimension, but that other dimension's not going to be great. He's going to have to go through a really major dark night of the soul, and it's very near if it hasn't happened already. Pluto, shit. You ain't shitting me. Oh my God. Death card. There it is. It's coming. If he hasn't died yet, it's coming. It's coming. Okay, I got to end it here. I am going to do one on Diddy. And I may even dig into the... I want to know, was Diddy trying to mimic Epstein? Look for that video. Coming soon. But for now... I'm dropping a mic.